Hey guys, it's Celia from Sicker Than Average. Today I want to talk to you about the new illamasqua Body Electrics collection, and I think you guys are absolutely going to love it. So I'm very excited to show you some pieces from the collection. If you're not familiar with illamasqua, I'm going to give you a little bit of the background story on them. It is a color cosmetics company that's based in the UK. It's very, very popular over there. It has a huge cult following. Basically because they are so fearless when it comes to color. Think of your Makeup Forever, NARS, Urban Decay, all these companies that are known for really, being adventurous with color, and then multiply that times 10 and you'll have illamasqua. Their colors are so bright, so vivid. They obviously also have, the more subtle, nuanced colors if you're not quite as intrepid as to try those more adventurous hues I talked about. But yeah, the basic thing with them is that they really, really go the full mile and have makeup that looks sophisticated and yet has this kind of theatrical side to it that makes it really, really fun. And they finally came to the US late last year. They launched in Sephora and Sephora.com. Most of the items that were brought to Sephora and Sephora.com were, older releases that they had in their collection. So really gorgeous powder eyeshadow shades, their liquid metals, which are extremely popular, and I'm going to show you a new liquid metal very, very soon. Their bronzer, primer, lipsticks, lip glosses, all that. But there weren't very many new products at the moment that they brought to Sephora. So what's fantastic is that now for summer 2010, they're launching for the first time in the US their first cohesive thematic collection, which is called Body Electrics. And the collection, the inspiration behind the collection is this idea of kinetic energy and movement. So, think about the way that light hits you and reflects off your skin, bounces off your body when you're moving, and you'll get an idea of what the collection is all about. So, fluidity and movement and light and all these things affect the way that the collection was conceived. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you a few pieces from the collection. I do want to mention a few items that I don't have to show you, but they're worth talking about. The collection includes a 4-color liquid metal eye palette, which is a big, big, big deal if you're a fan of their liquid metals, which are creamy, almost oily pigments that are very, very rich in color and obviously come in metallic shades like gold and silver. For the first time, you have 4 shades in a palette form as opposed to being sold individually. And of course, there's a nifty little mirror that comes with the palette. And so that's exciting. That's one of their new releases. There's also 2 new powder eyeshadow shades. There's Imagine, which I'm dying to get my hands on. It's an electric blue that's just dazzling. And then there's Can Can, which is a violet shade. There's also a bronzer duo that comes with a soft sort of peachy color and then a deeper bronze hue. And it's really nice whether you want to use it all over your face or you want to use it to accentuate and highlight features. It's a very, very cool product. And yeah, now we're going to move on to some of the products I do have to show you. So it should be fun. First, and this is one of my favorites. It's so cool. The Gleam Cream and Flex. So, as you can tell, it looks like a cream, right? You take off the cap, which I will do, right? And you have a little drop right here. I'm going to show it to you. Right? It just looks like kind of this watery, lightweight lotion. But here's the cool part. And you can use this on face or body. let's say that you apply this on your cheekbones right here, okay? And you sort of work it in. And I'm totally making the fish mouth so I know where my cheekbones are. Okay, there you go. So if you blend that real well, you can't see the effect right away. But the really cool thing is if you move a little bit in the light, and hopefully you can see a little bit there, you get this nice sort of like iridescent pinkish violet effect. And it's very subtle, but it just kind of adds this nice little shimmer to wherever you apply it. And you know, it becomes visible when the light hits your skin. So you can use that in so many ways. I mean, you can use this on legs to highlight your legs. You can use this, and this is one of my favorite tricks, on arms. I like to use it right here, especially along sort of like the middle of my arms, because it adds a bit of contour to my arms, which is really cool because it makes it look like they're more defined and muscular and whatnot. So this is a really cool product. It's available now at Sephora stores or Sephora.com. Check it out. Next thing I'm going to show you, and I know you girls are going to appreciate this. This is a new liquid metal shade. It's called Phenomena, and it is a dope silver color. It almost has like an outer space, Fifth Element, you know, galactic feel to it. I'm wearing it on my lids right now. You can apply this with a brush, but I actually like applying this one with my finger. I'm not even gonna lie. The texture is almost oil-like. It's not even, it's hard to, look at my finger right now. Hopefully you can get a feel for it. It's hard to even call it a cream because it's so lightweight that it feels almost like a shimmer oil. It's very, very, very saturated in terms of pigment. And I mean, we're talking tons of sparkle. And the particles are very, very, very small, so it won't look like rough. Just looks fantastic on. You can use this for a number of things. Obviously, I like to use it on my lids. I would suggest using this when you're going for a more fluid look and you're not going for something that's too precise or geometric. The reason is that, like most sort of cream-based shadows, it does sort of run a little bit. It doesn't crease, which is interesting. It won't crease on your lids. You won't see that crazy mark there. You don't have to worry about that. But what will happen is that, especially if it's a humid day or a sweaty day, you might see after a little bit of time that the color might migrate a little bit to the outer corners of your eyes and to the lash line. So it's pretty natural that happens. You can counteract it a little bit by applying eyelid primer, or even, you know, a little bit of powder to mattify the lid, because it's that natural oil that's on your eyelids that's going to sort of exacerbate the process of the color migrating a little bit. That being said, if you're going for a more sort of laid back, fluid look, it doesn't really matter that much if the color migrates, because it's not crazy enough. You know, it's just something worth noting. But, you know, if you just check your makeup every once in a while and touch up as needed, you should be good. And I personally think they're really, really fun and really cool for summer when metallics are in and you really want everything to sort of shimmer. Another release that I'm crazy about, and this one's in the permanent collection, which is awesome, is this lip gloss. It's called Divine. It's a sheer lip gloss. It looks ridiculously bright in here. If you look at it, it's like, whoa. But when you put it on lips, and I have it on my lips right now, as you can see, it's not quite as intimidating. It is a very sheer color, but it has this nice, bright, perky pink that works really well for summer. More info on these particular products, log on to sickerthanaverage.com.